All right, peace to the family, peace to the tribe. This is your brother, BroYosef. I'm back with another video. And before we start the video, let's have an attitude of gratitude, right? So let's give thanks for the day, right? This is not a prayer once again. We're just giving gratitude. We're giving thanks for to the energies of the day, right? So today is Wednesday. I give thanks to all the gods of Wednesday, the gods and goddesses of Wednesday. I give thanks to Lord Odin, Lord Thoth, Lord Ganesh, the god Papa Legba. I give thanks to the American Indian god Acosta. I give thanks to all the ascended masters. I give thanks to all my ancestors before me, known and unknown. I give thanks to my animal spirits. I give thanks to the five elements, earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. And I give thanks to Mother Earth for always providing. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. All right, peace, family. We back with another video. And in this video here today, we're going to talk about finding your animal spirit. We're going to talk about the animal spirit. And I want to give you guys a ritual you could do to actually find your animal spirit. This is the same ritual I did to find mine, right? So, but before I start, I want to say a few things. You know, I know some of you guys, I put up a picture of a fairy the other day, and you know, a dead fairy on my Facebook and Instagram page. And you know, for the most part, I said on there, I was like, I'm gonna do an elemental video. I wonder if I should do an elemental video, and you guys just, a bunch of you guys got on there, yeah, let's do it. So I'm gonna do that. That's gonna be coming real soon, right? I'm gonna do an elemental video on the fairies, right? We're gonna do that. So as we move forward, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that video. But today we're gonna talk about animal spirit, because I think that this is important, an important part of indigenous culture that needs to come back, and it's an important part of your spirituality. It's the aspect of your spirit that you don't even understand or know about. We're going to explain that here, how the animals is connected to you. Also, you know, if some of you saw my post this morning on Facebook, I said I'm not going to be posting anything on Facebook like that no more, because the energy on Facebook is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I saw some shit involving animals. Like, I was so blown away that I saw this on Facebook. Like, I'm just scrolling down and I saw this shit and it disgusted me, right? And I'm not talking about something as far as people killing animals. It was some other shit with animals, and it just totally, some of y'all probably already know what I'm talking about. It was just totally disgusting. I said, damn, what a coincidence I'm doing animal spirit video today, and I see this bullshit, you know. And I said, I think something's trying to stop me, fucking up my energy and stop me from doing the video. But I'm gonna do the video anyway. That just was confirmation to let me know even more that this video needs to come out about, you know, working with your animal spirit and finding your animal spirit. And we're going to touch a little bit on familiars and animal totems also. How your animal totem is not your animal spirit, but it can be if you wanted to, but it's actually not. So yeah, so I'm not going to be posting on Facebook. So if you guys want to contact me, my messenger is still open. You can contact me on Messenger. Also, my Instagram is where I'll be posting that for the most part from now on. Instagram, the energy's not too bad on there, so I still mess with Instagram. So I'll be posting on there. So it was just the animal crazy shit this morning. And then some other shit somebody said to me on Instagram. You know, it's all love. You know, I'm not angry about it, but, you know, sometimes early in the morning, I don't want to see certain shit. And it just kind of got my energy fucked up right now. Not in a bad way, but, you know, it's funny because actually when my dark side starts to come out, my voice actually changes a little bit. And I'll be in like mode where I want to fight. I want to, you know what I'm saying? I want to do something. So I'm trying to keep my energy balanced right now in this video. And, you know, some of you guys, you know, y'all still going to enjoy the video. But if I start talking crazy, like as far as like, you know, I start sounding like somebody crazy uncle that's talking shit, then, you know, just understand, you know, that's my dark side. I'm trying to keep them down. I'm trying to keep them balanced. You know what I mean? So, but we're going to get into the video, right? We're going to get into the video. So I appreciate y'all for being here. I just wanted to get that out there. So if y'all need to hit me up, of course, email newlifetools@gmail.com. The link is going to be below this video. And also, you guys can hit me up on my Instagram, right? And my messenger. But I'm pretty much done with Facebook, unless I have something really, really important to announce, right? But besides that, I'm done with Facebook. The energy's all fucked up. I really believe Facebook is designed to take your emotions up and down all day. You know what I mean? Take your emotions from happy to no emotion to sad to angry and up and down. I always get like that on Facebook for some reason. Instagram is more controlled. I don't always feel like that on Instagram, but Facebook, it's like the energy, like you just see crazy shit that's funny, then it brings you back down, like, oh, that's fucked up. Then it's like all day your emotions is going up and down. And I believe it's a test from the CIA, that's trying to study your emotions, study how you react to things. This is why sometimes we on Facebook and we can't stop scrolling, even if we don't want to scroll. Sometimes our body be like, get up and move, and we just, our thumb is stuck. We're just scrolling. I think it's something deeper to Facebook, even though Facebook controls Instagram. But I think Instagram is more, the energy is a little more clean, and you can control more what you want to see on Instagram. So that's where BroYosef gonna be at, right? So let's get into it, y'all. Like I said, I'm gonna give y'all some books that y'all can read. I'm gonna give y'all a spell to do to tap into your animal spirit. It's gonna be a good video. So the human body, right? The human body itself. And I talked about this in my previous video, how we have actual 5 elements, right? And that 5th element is actually ether, or what they call dark matter, dark energy. It can tap into that force, the force that binds the universe together, right? This dark energy. That's what the 5th element is ether, right? Or it's a lot of terms for it, right? Chaos, ether, So that's what that is, right? But in nature usually deals with 4 elements: earth, air, fire, water, right? Earth, air, fire, water. And in those 4 elements are the animals. The animals are actually a part of the animation, right? The animals are animation. And they're part of the matrix. They're part of the animation of the matrix, or Mother Earth that we live in, right? And Mother Earth is on a level of evolving now. And a lot of things are changing, right? So those 4 elements are very important. And in Mother Nature, those 4 elements has animals attached to them, right? Every animal represents a different aspect of nature, and a part of your spirit of who you are is connected to that also. Because in case you guys didn't know, and this is what this is, your soul does not give you life, right? Your soul is the experiencer. It is the true you that is experiencing what it's like to be in the spirit and in this body as whoever you are. So your soul is a true you, and sometimes it's unconscious of itself, but it is the one that is experiencing down here. It is the experiencer. It wants to learn and grow from this experience. Your spirit is part of the essence of Mother Earth that you are given through your parents and through the first people that was created down here, that they use nature to create and extraterrestrial energy to create the humans down here. If you lived on Mars, you would have certain elements that line up with Mars that would be connected to you. If you lived on Jupiter, you have elements. The spirit of Jupiter will be in you. You have the elements of Jupiter in you to line up with the energy of Jupiter. So if you're on Earth, you're going to have the elements of Earth in your spirit. You're going to be an Earthling. You're going to be a person that lives on Terra, which is Earth. And then if you live outside of Earth, you will be extra Terra, or extraterrestrial. If you live in Earth, you will be inner Terra, or interterrestrial, right? So you live on Earth. So you're a person that connects to the 4 elements naturally, because you have the 4 elements inside of you, right? So you actually, this is why I always tell humans that you're more in control of the elements than these spirits are. The thing is, we just don't know how to control the elements to our liking. Like some of these spirits can only control 1 or 2 elements at a time. This is why shamans were revered and they were very powerful, because they knew how to control elements. They knew how to use their emotional energy to tap into the elements and control the elements and steer the elements at their will, right? Steer the elements at their will. So an aspect of your spirit is connected heavy to a specific element, right? To a specific element, even though every race comes from a certain element, right? And what I mean by that is, for example, the European race will be more connected to the fire element. Fire can destroy, it can purify, right? The black race, or so-called black race, or the African race, will be more connected to water, right? Water gives life. Water is like one of the first elements. It's also one of the hardest elements to control. Asian people will be more connected to air. That's why they're more into martial arts and Tai Chi and stuff like that. The Asian race will be more connected to air, intellectual stuff like that. And water element, the water element with Africans also connects them to the spirit. They're more of a spiritual people, right? And then you have the earth element, which connects more to American Indians, right? Or the indigenous people, the indigenous cultures. There in the earth element is more heavier connected to earth, right? The earth people. And believe it or not, all four of these races were given books many years ago. And we're not going to get into that right now. It's a whole nother video. I don't want to get off topic. So that's what that is. So, but you as an individual, you actually have a certain aspect of nature that you connect to more than anything. It's like you notice some people are naturally spiritual. Some people are more taught, so they'll be more connected to the water element. They're more emotional, right? Than another person. They're more connected to the water element. Some people are more of a talker, so they will be more connected to the air element. Maybe they got the gift of gab, air element people. Some people love nature. They want more peace, right? So they're connected more to the earth element. And then you got some people that's warriors, and they have a destructive nature, or they will be a person that can take something negative and turn it more into a positive if they willed it, right? If they willed it, that would be more of a fire element person. So that's what that is. So in those elements, there are certain animals that have certain personality traits that connects to you. So your animal spirit is actually going to represent a personality trait that you have already that's connected to you, right? And your animal spirit is going to be connected to that, and you're going to be connected to that aspect of your animal spirit. So prime example, I have two animal spirits, and you can have like 1, 2, 3. I have two animal spirits, and my animal spirit is the snake and the deer, right? The snake and the deer. The snake came to me first, and then later on the deer came to me, and I'll tell you guys a story about that a little later. So the deer represents more of a peaceful nature. Spirituality represents peace, spirituality, but the deer would also stick one of those antlers up your ass real quick. You know, if you when you're dealing with those big bucks, those big deers, you don't want to run up on one of those things. Them things are solid muscle, and like I said, they got them antlers for you if you act crazy, right? And then the snake, we know about the snakes. The snakes represent wisdom, though. They're the wise ones. The Bible said that the serpent came to Eve in the garden, right? The snake and the serpent is the one that woke up Eve, right? But the serpent was deemed as something evil or bad. So the snake represents wisdom, and in many secret societies and different cultures, secret cultures, you actually have the snake biting its tail, and that represents something totally different, something else. So I just want you guys to understand that the soul doesn't give you life, right? The spirit does, right? The spirit gives you life. It's funny, because that's why I'll be telling, well, let me say this, right? Because the spirit gives you life. I recently was blessed to have a consultation with somebody who was actually a real spiritual voodoo priest over in Africa. And me and this person talked on the phone. It was a beautiful conversation. And, we was talking knowledge, and the guy was, definitely on a real spiritual level. And I was talking to him about, putting your essence, right? Giving an inanimate object life. So I would say like voodoo dolls and different, types of things like that, or even giving life to a dead plant. And, I was kind of giving him my what I understood about it, right? And he gave me a key element, that I was missing. That I was like, yes, that's right. I would have gotten that eventually, but man, I'm grateful that you told me that. I needed that little piece of evidence. You know what I mean? So I could learn how to give life or my spirit, right, to an inanimate object. So something that's not alive. So what I'm talking about, y'all, is I've been BroYosef. I always talk about what I do privately, spiritually, but yes, it's true. I've been trying to give life to voodoo dolls, right? Because there's actually voodoo practitioners that can do that. They can actually give life to, put their spirit or their essence, their own personal spirit in a doll, and they can control that doll, right? Some real shit. And I've been practicing that. I've been practicing that. So for all you goddamn trolls out there that's talking that shit, you know what I mean? I got my wolves. Those are special ops. I've talked about them in the video already. When I need to get some shit done secretly with no evidence, I call on them. And they gonna come like that. That's guaranteed. You gone. You done. But you goddamn trolls being disrespectful talking that shit, I got something for you. I'm gonna have these goddamn dolls run up on your ass. You know what I mean? It's like my boys Griselda from upstate New York. The rap group Griselda. Conway the Machine got that song, think it's a game till I come through. You know, and I pull up with that thing, you know, and when those spirits pull up on you and they ring your doorbell, don't be scared then, you know what I mean? When them dolls come after you, you know what I mean? I love that part of the TV show, what is it called? American Horror Story, when they had Marie Laveau, and Marie Laveau was calling up the zombies and have them run up. The zombies was coming to your house, man. She was calling up. That's some powerful shit. She was calling the dead out the grave. And these motherfuckers was coming to your door and ringing your doorbell and was gonna get you, boy. That's the type of shit BroYosef want. His, you know, so I'm gonna have me an army, right? I wanna have me a navy, an army, and I wanna have my special ops, my special forces, you know. My special forces, them the wolves. I gotta keep them locked up sometime, you know what I mean? But in case, you know, somebody not that spiritual and they talking crazy out their mouth, you know, you better be careful. And I'm talking some real shit. You know, I'm just saying some real shit because I'm BroYosef learning this shit now, and I ain't joking. I ain't fucking playing, man. I'm telling y'all, I know how to. I'm getting to this shit, man. Giving your own essence to a doll, right? Giving your own life force. So what I'm talking about is taking an actual piece of my life force and giving it to a doll, right? Which is something that is very possible. So your soul doesn't give you life; it is the experiencer. But the spirit, the chi, the spirit force, is something that you can actually pull out of yourself and give your consciousness, your spirit consciousness to a doll. So, you know, y'all trolls that's talking that shit, and you think I can't see your face and I can't get to you, you know, when you hear that doorbell ring and you outside, you know, hello, who's there? And the dolls done ran up in your house. Don't say BroYosef didn't tell you. A damn doll done got your ass. And I'm gonna make sure these motherfuckers, you know, they travel across country to get your ass. You know what I mean? All right, let me chill. You know, but I'm not joking though. I'm keeping it real. You know, but that's something you can do in magic. You can do that shit, and you know, I think I got that shit. So, you know, yeah, I'm gonna chill though, because like I said, my energy is a little. I feel like talking some shit today, but we gonna stay focused, right? We gonna stay focused. So yeah, that's what you can do. Your spirit is the life force that you have that allows you to be animate, you know, to animate yourself. Your spirit animates, right? But your soul is just experiencing what the spirit and the body is doing, right? That's so true. So another thing I want to talk about real quick before I give you guys this ritual is I want to talk about the difference between your animal spirit, your familiar, and your totem. So your totem is actually not your animal spirit. It can be. You can actually get a totem of your animal spirit, but understand that a totem is not your animal spirit. A totem is simply the represents the energy of a certain specific animal that you need at the time. So prime example today, you know, this shirt today is kind of like my animal totem. This is the baboon, right? And the baboon represents the creative energy, but it also represents a very energetic force, right? The baboons are very strong and they're very forceful in nature. So I have a lot of running around to do there. I got a lot of shit I gotta take care of. So I need the power of the baboon today, the force of the baboon. I need that strength and that energy for the day. So I'm wearing my baboon shirt, which is one of my favorite shirts. You know, shamanistic shirt. And people always ask me where I get these from. I get them right on Amazon, to be honest with you. You know, they got them right on Amazon. They got pretty much any animal you want right on Amazon, you know. So I think the company is called the Mountain t-shirts. So yeah, you can get these. So this is the energy I'm rocking with today, right? And you know, cause even though I don't have this totem on, this shirt can represent my totem. And yes, there was rituals done with the shirt to tap into that energy, right? But your actual totem itself is something that you can actually clean with sage, put it to the middle of your forehead, and actually share your energy with it. And what you want to do is you want to just tell that force that, look, I need you for the day. I need your energy, your essence for the day to help me. And you can put that totem in your medicine bag or which is one of the secret things I put in my medicine bags. Put that totem in your medicine bag, or if you want to take it up a notch, you can actually get an aspect of that animal, like a claw of the animal, or one of the animal's hair, or the skin of the animal, like deer skin. I have a whole medicine bag made out of deer skin when I want to tap deeply into my deer forest, the deer. I have snake skin that I bought off the internet, just regular snake skin, if I want to, deal with that type of energy. So it's a lot of ways you can do stuff. So the totem is not your animal spirit. It just represents the energy that you need. The totem is a power animal. It's the animal of power that you need for the day or for the week. Maybe you're going to the military and you need to be courageous and you need to be fearless, right? Maybe you're trying out for special forces or the Navy SEALs, and you carry this totem of like a honey badger, right? Honey badgers are fearless. These things are totally courageous, man, and they're very strong. They have a lot of willpower and they're very intelligent. So that honey badger would be perfect for going to the military if you're trying to make it to like Navy SEALs or something like that, because the honey badger can back a bear down. Honey badgers are not that big, but they can back down a bear. They're that fearless and that strong and that powerful. So you can actually tap into that energy. And maybe you may be going through a thing where you want to say, hey, I'm going to take 3 months off, and I'm going to travel the world, and I need to have a certain spirit that's going to encourage me and empower me as I travel the world, because I want to be free. And so you may want to get a eagle totem, right? Eagles represent sovereignty and it represents freedom and the power to be free. That eagle is the Lord of the air. So you want to have that sense of freedom, and you can tap into that eagle spirit. So this is what the shamans did. Relating to what they want to do. So that's what your animal totem is. Now your familiar is just a companion, right? It's not your animal spirit. It's a companion that you have that helps you in your magic, or helps you in everyday life and things you're trying to do. That's what your familiar is. So your cat can be a familiar, but it may not be your animal spirit. A snake can be your familiar. A bird can be your familiar. Any type of animal can be your familiar, and this familiar helps you in different ways. These animals are actually termed demons back in the early days of the church. These entities these animals were termed demons. And there's a movie too that somebody was telling me about that I started to watch the beginning of it, and something about trying to think of the name. I can't think of the name of it, but it was these animals that will follow these people around, and these animals are called demons. They're personal demons. I can't think of the name of the movie. But that's what that is. So your familiar is just a companion that helps you in magic, helps you in magical studies, or just somebody. It's like a friend, your companion, And shamans had these. Shamans had their own personal animal spirit. They had their totems, and they had their familiars, right? That's what a familiar is. So what I want to do next is I want to give you guys a spell that you can do to actually tap into your animal spirit, right? You want to get this spell, and you want to tap into your personal animal spirit. So the first thing I want you guys to do is whatever area you're going to, then I'm going to share some books with you guys. Whatever area that you're going to do, you're going to do this in your bedroom, whatever. You want to sage it first. So you guys want to go get y'all some sage, right? Get y'all some sage. Sage is cool. It's great if you're going to do a short ritual, because this will clean your area for an hour, a few hours. So get y'all some sage. And I got about maybe 12, 11 sage bundles, man. I got sage everywhere. This one actually got dust on it. That's how long I ain't used this personal one. But I got a bunch of different sage sticks. This is one of them. And, I think this is white sage. But yeah, get y'all some sage. And I got sage that's like mixed with sweetgrass. But get y'all some sage. Sage the area, right? Sage is good. If you want to take it up another notch, get that Palo Santo wood. I don't got none near me right now, but get that Palo Santo sticks or Palo Santo wood, and you can burn that. It's got a sweet woody smell to it. You can burn that too. So you want to cleanse the area, prepare yourself for the ritual. And we're going to keep this as indigenous as we can. So we want to cleanse it with some sage, right? And then I want you guys to get a white candle, right? I want you guys to get a white candle. And I want you guys to light the candle, and I want you guys to meditate with a medicine wheel. So you're going to light the candle, and you're going to either put this picture next to the candle, or you're gonna hold this picture in your hand and just gonna meditate on it. And you're gonna ask your animal spirit to come to you. And you guys want to you guys want to get a medicine wheel, right? So print out a medicine wheel on a piece of paper, right? This is a medicine wheel. Very represents the 4 elements. And literally, you guys can go to Google or somewhere and print this off from online. Very simple. Print out a medicine wheel. You can put this under the actual candle itself, or you can hold it. And what you want to do is, while you're holding it, or while you got it under the candle, I would prefer that you guys actually hold it in your hand. I want you guys to imagine yourself sitting in the middle of this medicine wheel, right? The middle of the medicine wheel also represents the middle of the pentagram. It's the same thing, right? Only difference is the pentagram is 5 elements. This is 4 elements. So you're going to imagine yourself sitting in the middle of the pentagram. In the middle of the medicine wheel, right? You're going to imagine yourself sitting right in the middle. So you're holding the paper and you're imagining yourself sitting in the middle of the animal spirit. In the middle of the medicine wheel. While you're doing that, you're going to simply ask for your animal spirit to come to you. And while you're doing this meditation is so powerful until you might actually start to see animals on the outside of the medicine wheel in your meditation. That's what started to happen to me. A bunch of different animals started coming up, and 2 of them slid through, which was the snake and the deer, right? So I've seen wolves, I've seen all kind of animals, but 2 of them came into the medicine wheel with me. Now it may be a different experience for you guys, but that's what happened with me. So you're gonna imagine yourself sitting in the middle of the medicine wheel, right? And you're gonna just simply say, "Animal spirit, come to me. I want my animal spirit to come to me." Now, nothing may happen in the meditation, right? But I want you guys to do that, and sometimes what may happen is you may have a dream of a specific animal spirit that comes to you, right? You may have a dream of the animal spirit that actually comes to you. So the animal spirit that comes to you in the next few nights is your animal spirit, right? Whatever animal it is. I don't care if it's a damn lion. Take it as your animal spirit. And this animal spirit is going to have a certain aspect of your consciousness. Sometimes you may not understand how it relates to you, right? But it's going to relate to you. So the first time the snake came to me, and I did this ritual, the snake came to me first. And the first time I did the ritual, the snake and the deer came to me. But the snake came to me first, and in the dream, the snake actually, I woke up in this dream, and the snake it was a huge snake about this big around that was slithering through my legs. There were snakes on the wall, and for some reason I wasn't afraid, right? And since then I've had many dreams that I'll be flying in the air, or I'll be walking down the street, and a snake will come up on side of me and bite me in the hand, right? Whenever an animal spirit bites you, it's trying to get your attention. It's telling you to pay attention to something. And from that point on, what you want to do is pay attention to what's happening in your dream, in the next scene of your dream. What's happening in your dream? You need to write that dream down for the day. When it bites you, it's not trying to attack you. It's trying to get you to pay attention. Also, animal spirits are great for leading you into the underworld. They actually know the way to the underworld. They also know the way to the astral world. So they can actually lead you to these things. A lot of shamans will do spirit travels or astral travels by way of using their animal spirit to go that direction. There's a guy out there you guys might want to check out. His name is Shaman Derek. Shaman Derek. And he's a real deal shaman, right? You guys might want to check this guy out, Shaman Derek. And he talks about all this animal spirit stuff, and he's a real deal shaman. I think he's half American Indian and half his mother's side is from Africa, and his father's side is from Africa. I forgot what part, but his father's side is Navajo. I think it's Navajo Indian. So he was trained on shaman from both sides as a shaman. So he's a very powerful individual. You guys want to check him out. His name is Shaman Derek. And he gives away some really good information on shamanism. Check out all his videos. And so yeah, that's the ritual, guys. And once you finish your meditation, you blow the candle out. I only recommend not blowing the candle out when you're dealing with gods or your ancestors, because it'll be disrespectful. But if you're doing a ritual for yourself, you can blow the candle out. That's fine. And if you don't feel like blowing it out, just dap it out, So that's the ritual. The next thing I want to do is give you guys some books to read. This first book is a book I started reading about shamanism, getting the basics on shamanism and earth magic. And the book is actually called Earth Magic. Ancient Shaman Wisdom. Very good book. And this is the author. That's the author right there. You guys should really get that book. Earth Magic. This book has some incredible weather spells. Somebody recently asked me about a weather spell, and I told them I couldn't remember any of the books I had on weather spells. But this is one of the books. You know, it talks about soul retrieval, you know, everything. So I want you guys to get into that. The next book is DJ Conway, Animal Magic. Y'all know about DJ Conway already. Get that book, you know, and that's what it is, family. That's what it is. So I want you guys to get those books, get into that information, and you know, and I'm pretty sure you guys will love that, man. And that's your animal spirit, right? So I'm pretty much caught up on all my consultations. I believe I am. If I've skipped you, let me know. If you want a consultation, hit me up, newlifetools@gmail.com. And remember, family, no more Facebook, Instagram, Messenger, and email. All right? I love y'all, family. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Peace.